Hello, YouTube. Today I'm going to be talking about my hopes and hopes for Smash 6. Just as I did for my Tamagotchi Life and Miitopia videos. I just go over and talk about what I like and what I don't want for Smash 6. So, yeah, let's talk about it. The first thing that I wish for is for most of the important characters to stay. Like, Young Link can go, Pichu can go, and like Dr. Mario can go, but like every other Corrin can go because who likes Corrin anyways. And pretty much any or all the main good characters, they should all stay except for like Echoes and Clones. Or they could just be like skins like Olimar and Elf. Or if they do cut characters, they get be characters that are like similar to each other. Like, I don't know, that's Lucas for example. And this is coming from someone who really likes Mother 3, by the way. Another thing that I really hope for is the characters to be more balanced, because in competitive and even in free-for-all and online, there are some characters, Steve, Rob, Game & Watch, Aegis, I even have Aegis in my other man, and yeah, they're broken, that are a little too overtuned, especially lots of DLC characters, like besides Banjo and Sephiroth. Almost every DLC character, maybe Sora, is completely overtuned. And yeah, that should really get changed. Like, I'm not saying that characters cannot have cool, quirky gimmicks, but what I am saying is that, for example, Steve with Diamond can kill anyone like at 60 or 50. Jack Black really is that powerful. Another thing I would really like from Smash 6 is consistent balanced patches and consistent changes. Smash Ultimate only had patches until, I believe, the end of 2021? If I'm not mistaken, you can yell at me in the comments if I'm wrong. But that really hindered literally everything, because characters like Steve got a whole bunch of new tech that did not get patched out, and lots of other crazy shenanigans like that. And some other characters got completely overblown because they did not get patches to completely negate some of their overpowered stuff. And also, no offense to Nintendo, actually, that's a lie. Offense to Nintendo. Lots of their balance patches that they did, they made this low tier character, this move does 10% more damage. Like, I remember, off the top of my head, Zelda got a couple of patches that no one was asking for, that just made her a teeny tiny bit better, or this move did a teeny tiny go faster, or whatever. But I think that it should be good balance patches. Like, I think Nintendo should have someone looking at the map and be like, okay, this character's completely overgrown. Like, I look at Olimar at the beginning of Special Ultimate. He was busted. He was broken. And they nerfed him to the ground. So do stuff like that for Steve. Another thing, new characters, of course. I'm not going to really go into who I want in the game, but characters who are different. So, wow, not another fire. Actually, it could be another Fire Emblem character. Just make them different. Don't make them only be the same thing. Byleth did a pretty good job of that, in my opinion, besides being a Fire Emblem. But anyway, that's a conversation for another video. Characters that are different, they play different, they're unique. That's literally all I ask for. You could have like some Echo Fighters, like just thought we had, like, of course Ochi should get in, maybe another Pikmin rep, and Ochi will play very different from Olimar. He might not even have to have any Pikmin in this moveset, for crying out loud. Ochi can get in. We could put in other Splatoon rep, for an example, that plays different from Inkling. You could put in. You could just go on for hours and days about that. And another thing I ask for is better online. So the thing about Special Ultimates online is 1v1. It's honestly not that bad. It really isn't. Oh, I'm gonna have to mute the the game for this part real quick. Sorry about that. But the reason I have to do that is this plays, what's it called? Temi Outa. And that sounds copyrighted, so I'm just going to mute this gameplay, but I'm still going to be talking. And I'll turn the volume back on once this match is over. Anyways, getting back to my points. Smash Ultimates Online can get improved a lot. It's pretty bad. I mean, I think I'm in a very... I'm not trying to glaze Nintendo, I really am not. But I think I'm in a very small minority where in 1v1... Unless my opponent's using a leg switch, which, yeah, I have fought many opponents who have leg switches. It's not fun. And it's mainly free-for-all where it really can start to lag. But first off, just make better netcode. That's just, like, common sense. The input delay and all that junk is completely unexcusable in 2025 or whenever Smash 6 comes out. That's probably not going to be until like 2026, 2027. So fix that up. And another thing I would like to ask for is something similar to what Smash 4 did, for fun, for glory. So those who don't know, Smash Ultimate every 2 days has a rotating cycle with the one-on-one tourneys and they're just called Smash tourneys, where it's free-for-all of items and all that. They rotate every 2 days, so if you want to do them, you have to do them within those 2 days, or oops, you have to wait 2 more days. I would really like it if both of those come back, but you could do them both without having to wait time or make arenas, or just not play the game at all. Because that really is a bummer. Like, I know not many people do the one-on-one tourneys, but they are a great way to grind in the game, in my opinion. Especially when I get a second year. Like, I've been doing that with Aegis pretty recently, and it honestly has helped me improve a lot. Instead of just doing tournaments, not tournaments, sorry, arenas, where I just go into the arena and people start spam kicking me because, oh look, I have the funny Amazon delivery guy profile picture. Arenas should also maybe get fixed. I really hate that if you want to change your character, stage, or skin, which I play Olimar and Elf, and I like to switch between them all the time, this is just a completely me thing, you have to leave the waiting room and go and change your character, skin, stage, whatever it is, you have to do that. And I would really like it if Nintendo made it so you didn't have to do that if you're already waiting in line, because that is a pain, especially if you are in a free-for-all arena or you're in an arena that has multiple different people, because you have to wait, even if it's your own arena. But when you go to kick people, it's like, oh wow, this person's mean because they kicked me, and it always feels like you're kind of a jerk doing that. But I have played with friends before. I have done that before. So I would request for arenas just some basic ideas. You can change your character, skin, stage, all that goodies, all that good stuff, without having to leave the line or the waiting thingy-mabobber. I would also like if the person who made the room didn't have to wait, because that's just really stupid. Oh, I'm just gonna use an example here. You're doing 1v1, there's you and your opponent and like 2 other people waiting. You lose, you have to wait 2 more games, unless one of those people's really nice and they decide to, oh look, here you go. But I just don't like that. Besides the arenas, they're pretty good. They're honestly one of the better parts of Smash Ultimate Online. More single player content would also be nice, because Smash Ultimate is probably, like, I mean, I guess Smash 64 might even be worse, but the worst single player stuff, World of Light, I think it is a little overhated. Again, a topic for another video. But World of Light, you know, it's fine. Oh, I can turn the audio on. Anyways, getting back into it. Sorry about the whole turning the audio off. I didn't want to get copyright struck on my channel. Anyways, as I was saying, World of Light is pretty lacking. It's fun for what it is, but like if you compare it to Smash Run or Subspace Emissary. It's night and day. It really is. And besides World of Light and like Spirits, because Spirits can be fun to mess around with, there really isn't much for single player content. I mean, there's classic mode, which you can do that co-oply. So is that even single player content? That's a good thing, by the way. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I would just like Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. I've not played the game myself, but they have a campaign mode in that game, and I've heard many people, even people who do not like the game, say that they got that really right because of the arcade mode, which yeah, classic mode does exist, but classic mode's kind of bare bones in a way, especially when, oh look, they added boss battles from the story mode that you can fight against, and yes, that is really cool. I'm not saying that's not cool, but you can only do that if you're playing as this character, or else, oh look, it's Master Hand, sucks to be you. And another thing, skins. Lots of people have said this. I'm not saying they're going to do what Fortnite does and make one skin be $20, but let's use good old Almar as an example. You have the Almar, the Elf, whatever skins come in that game, but you could also go get one where he's, I don't know. You could go get a skin similar to his look in Pikmin 1. Let's just use that as an example. You can go get that on the eShop for $1 or whatever it is. Nintendo would make a killing off of doing that. Plus, I like to mix up what my mains are wearing or whatever. Not what they're wearing, but like what they look like, sorry. Like one of the main reasons I modded my Switch besides playing, to play True Spice, is so I could have Louis, I could have the President, I could have all these, I mean, they play just like Olimar, but oh look, it's the funny Louis guy. So Nintendo, please put that in, that would be really nice. But just don't make them be too much money, because I could totally see Nintendo charging like $5 for one skin. Which, if Epic Games can do it, Nintendo can do it too, but please don't do it, Nintendo, that was a joke. Another thing, I want, the Mii's to come back. I don't know if there's gonna be the sword fighter, brawler, gunner archetype like they did in 4 and Ultimate, but they should come back, and same with skins, and once again, don't make them be too much money. Especially in this day and age where games are expensive. If Smash 6 is gonna be $80 American, that's not fun. Alright, now let's get into some of my nopes for Smash 6. The first thing is, if it's gonna be Smash 6, I would not mind if it is Smash Ultimate Deluxe, or whatever they're gonna call it. But I would like it to not just be a port. They gotta add more characters, they gotta, like, up the resolution, they gotta make the online better. And also, they gotta have some balance patches, because good old Rob doing the funny side B killing you at 20 is not fun. It really isn't fun, especially when they spam teabagging you. Anyways, hey, back on topic. If Smash Ultimate comes back on the Switch 2, besides from backwards compatibility, as a deluxe thing or whatever, I would really like it to, if they're doing the upgrade packs or whatever it is, I think it's like $20, which it would have to be worth $20 for an upgrade. Like, they would have to add, I don't know, better resolution, better frame rates, you know, all that stuff. And also, they should also probably add some new characters too. Like, I don't know anyone, so I have it. Like, they could add, again, Ochi, that has a crazy feature that only works on the Switch 2 and not the Switch 1. I don't know. But, anyways, getting into Smash 6 now. I don't know, the DLC should not be too much money. Like, what is it, like $5 for one character? That's honestly not that bad. I mean, you can't add up, but like no more than that. If they charge like $8 or $9 now for a character, like that's pushing it. Even if it is a character who plays really differently and does really different things, that's just too much money for one character. And another thing, time to go on a rant. Quick play really needs to be fixed. It really honestly does. I'm not the first person who said this. I'm far from the last person who's going to say this, but it should get fixed. First of all, it should match people up. You want to do 1v1? Oh look, here's teams. Here's free-for-all. You don't want to do that. Especially gaining and losing GSP. It's just a pain. I personally don't play quick play anymore. I got Olimar, I got Aegis, I got a bunch of my other secondaries is a strong word. I got a bunch of my other characters that I like to play in Elite Smash, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. Because it's just bad. And you get the one guy who goes in with one stock, 100 stamina, items galore. They go get one assist trophy, and they win with that one stupid assist trophy. That has happened to me, and I'm sure it's happened to you, and probably a bunch of other people too. That's the first thing. Another thing, if someone rage quits from the game, which has happened to pretty much everyone, there should be a better system for that instead of, oh look, you get nothing. There's been so many times I won, like I get the last hit, and oh look, there goes the Smash Ultimate logo on the bottom right corner of the screen, spinning around saying, oh, communication error has occurred. Oh wow, what a funny coincidence. Right after I got the finishing blow, they decided to rage quit. And they don't get any GSP. And I don't think they lose to any GSP either, so make it so. Nintendo, if you're watching this, which I know you're not because my YouTube channel is really small, so you can Instagram. But anyways, what I would personally like for this, and I'm sure many other people would too, if someone decides to be a baby and rage quits, they lose GSP and get timed out, which I don't think that does happen now, but lose GSP, so does it happen? And just, I think there's no point to play. The only people who play like stamina and like time free-for-alls are those really cheesy Rob mains. So maybe only make it, make there be, sorry about the cough. Make there be quick play for 1v1s and a quick play for the casual, just free-for-all, just messing around. That would make the game better. Because there's always a mix. There always is. And the next point, toxicity. Oh boy, oh boy. So there should be, I don't know how Nintendo would fix this with like completely reworking it. I can't think of anything on top of my head. But I always hate, I go into an arena and because I want to get better at the game, I want to train at the game. And I go in, oh look, communication error has occurred. Communication error has occurred. Communication error has occurred. There's been one time I tried to join 7 different arenas, and they immediately kicked me. Which, I mean, yeah, I play all of them, but still. I don't know, maybe there should be a rule where you kick someone, but only after you play at least one game with them. Because I'm sorry, I absolutely hate that. And that's why I make my own arenas now, is because I'm tired of getting kicked from other people's arenas. It's just annoying. Yeah, I'll just do fix that. Or do something like that. And another thing for Smash, I would really like it. The balance was a little bit better. Smash Ultimate is probably one of the best balanced games, fighting games, especially with its huge roster. But there are holes, like really big holes in that balancing. Steve is broken. Sonic can camp literally anyone out except for like 3 characters. It's crazy. Except I could go on and on and on and on about that. But there should be proper balance. Like, I mean, I said this before, but say it again. That, yeah, there's going to be characters that are better than others. All the rest better than Cloud, and that is official to the most recent tier list, by the way. I'm not making that up. But make it so if I'm playing a low tier character, my friend's playing a way better character, that they don't have a, I don't know, just fix it. The balancing. Well, yeah, those are just some thoughts of mine for a Smash game to make it better and all that. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.